Welcome back to another explainer. Look, if you're the kind of person who likes to be ready for literally anything life throws your way, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're equipping you with some highly practical, life-saving knowledge designed for those unexpected, high-stress moments. We're talking about a core concept called survival school, the rule of threes. This explainer is going to give you the ultimate mental framework to handle emergencies efficiently. To really wrap our heads around this, I want you to picture this scenario. You're driving along, right? And suddenly, out of nowhere, your car just dies. Middle of nowhere. You pull out your phone and 0 bars. Absolutely no signal. You look up and the sun is setting fast. Night is approaching. Your heart starts pounding in your chest. Your mind is racing a million miles a minute, jumping from one terrifying problem to the next. You are suddenly and completely cut off. In that exact moment, the ultimate beginner's question usually flashes through your mind. What should I do first? And hey, it's a completely natural response when you're suddenly thrust into a survival situation. Okay, let's dive into this, because most people think the answer is to immediately start looking for food, or, wishing a cheeseburger would magically appear. But the reality, food is actually way down at the very bottom of your priority list. It's true. If you focus on the wrong priority right out of the gate, you could actually make a bad situation significantly worse. So that brings us to section 1, the rule of threes. The rule of threes is basically a simple guideline to help you prioritize your actions when things go south. Now, let's be clear, this isn't some rigid, exact scientific formula. But what it does provide is a highly structured, super easy to remember mental checklist. Because when your survival depends on making the right call, having a structure to lean on is literally everything. Let's break down this timeline. We start our countdown with the most immediate, absolutely critical number in the whole framework: 3. Under typical conditions, a person can only survive about 3 minutes without oxygen. This is your absolute number one immediate concern. I mean, if someone isn't breathing, nothing else matters, right? In a survival scenario, this could be drowning, choking, smoke inhalation, or maybe being trapped in an enclosed space. Your brain desperately needs a constant supply of oxygen. Without it, brain cells begin to die within literally minutes, causing permanent damage. Which, by the way, is exactly why basic first aid training is arguably the single most valuable survival skill you'll ever learn. Once breathing is totally secured, we move to the next phase of our survival rhythm, the second 3. 3 hours without shelter in extreme weather. Honestly, this time frame completely shocks a lot of people. We always picture surviving for days in the wilderness, battling starvation, right? But exposure to the elements can turn life-threatening in just a few hours. Extreme heat, freezing cold, heavy rain, biting winds, they just rapidly drain your body's ability to regulate its own temperature. A lot of beginners instantly think, oh, I need to build a fire. But think about it. If freezing rain is soaking you to the bone while you fumble with wet wood, you are losing body heat way faster than you can replace it. A simple tarp, an emergency vivi, or even just finding a natural windbreak dramatically reduces heat loss. Shelter buys you precious time. All right, assuming you have oxygen and you're protected from the elements, we transition to our third critical priority, 3. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why water has to be your next focus. Look, your body is made up of roughly 60% water, and every single one of your organs depends on it. Without it, your blood actually starts getting thicker. Your heart has to work so much harder to pump it. Your muscles weaken, and your ability to think clearly, that drops off a cliff. You have about 3 days without water before your body just starts shutting down. Going days without a drink dramatically spikes your risk of heat injury. But honestly, the bigger issue, even mild dehydration, totally scrambles your judgment. So the longer you go without water, the more likely you are to make poor, irrational choices that will just compound your problems. Finding it is absolutely crucial, and purifying it is just as important. Okay, now we reach the final, longest time frame in our survival framework, the last 3. 3 weeks without food. Remember our little myth-busting moment earlier? Well, this is exactly why. Most healthy adults can actually survive for several weeks without food, provided they have access to water. Now, will you be comfortable? Absolutely not. No way. You're going to get weak, you'll lose weight, and your energy will totally tank. But the reality is, starvation usually isn't what kills people first out in the wild. It's exposure, it's dehydration, or it's a lack of oxygen. So we've covered the physical environment, but there's a bit of a psychological plot twist here. Section 2, the hidden enemy, panic. The rule of threes gives you physical priorities, sure, but panic completely derails the whole shebang. Listen to this quote. Panic causes people to run without a plan, waste energy, and ignore available resources. It's so true.
Fear literally makes us forget these basic, structured principles we just went over. It drives us to make dangerous, totally irreversible decisions. To combat this, experienced survival instructors teach a brilliant, super simple acronym. STOP. Stop, think, observe, and plan. Seriously, taking just a few moments to slow down your racing heart and actually assess your situation prevents you from making fatal mistakes that you just can't undo.
Section 3. Putting it into practice. Let's see how this works in the real world.
Imagine you're out enjoying a beautiful hike, right? But then you suddenly realize you've wandered off the trail. You're lost. When panic takes the wheel, people make some incredibly dangerous beginner mistakes. We're talking spending hours looking for food instead of water, trying to build a fire before even thinking about securing a shelter, wandering aimlessly in hopes of stumbling onto a path instead of just staying put where rescuers can actually find them, and completely ignoring incoming weather conditions. They severely underestimate how fast exposure and dehydration can take hold.
Instead of those panicked, knee-jerk reactions, you need to stop. Then ask yourself these crucial questions. Am I injured? Do I have shelter? Do I have water? Do you notice how stopping to ask these specific questions lines up perfectly with the rule of threes? It pulls the emotion right out of the equation and puts the logic firmly back in.
So, the crucial point is this chronological sequence. You really want to burn this timeline into your memory for when you're under stress. 3 minutes to protect your ability to breathe. 3 hours to protect yourself from the environment with shelter. 3 days to find and purify water, and 3 weeks for food. Sure, it's important, but it comes later. It's simple, it's structured, and it is potentially life-saving. Now that you understand exactly what your priorities are, it brings up a very obvious and critical next step. If you can only survive 3 days without it, where do you actually find water when there isn't a tap nearby? It's a fascinating challenge, honestly. So in our next explainer, we're going to dive deep into how to recognize dehydration early and exactly how to source safe drinking water in the wild. You definitely won't want to miss it. Until then, keep learning, stay focused, and stay prepared.